What's up, guys? I'm making a quick video here on a concept. I had someone reach out to me, Samuel, reached out in my DMs, who follows me, and he asked me basically, what is this idea of support becoming resistance and resistance becoming support? So on the basis of support and resistance, basic retail concepts, which I'll show you here real quick, and exactly what it means and how I actually use this to trade myself. And this is real time right now. I'm using an example that is literally happening right now and shows this concept perfectly. So if anybody else has questions, always reach out to me. I'll do my best to answer it, and I'll even make you a little video and post this like I am right now. So let's get into it. As you can see here right now, we have this initial touch right here in rejection up. And then as you can see later on, price move down, we come down to the same area. At this point, you're looking at price and you're saying, okay, we just rejected this price level that rejected earlier during, what time was it? Well, this was Thursday. We're looking at a 5-minute chart again. This is fractal. This can happen on all time frames. And so we're looking, this is from yesterday in the morning. We come down, we touch this area of price again. At that point, you could say, okay, maybe this is an area of support. A third time, we come down, reject. A fourth time, we come down, reject. This is an obvious area of support and what you would call support. And as you can see, we're rejecting. Again, this is an area a lot of traders are looking for breakouts too. So they're looking for a breakout below. And oftentimes you'll find that when you're trying to catch these breakouts, you're going to trade it as soon as it comes down. But you have to let it close. Otherwise, you're going to get manipulated by bigger players in the market. So a lot of times the big players and whoever's out there, they'll bring price down below this area of support, induce people to go short and sell below this line, and then they'll shoot it back up. So that's why you have to be very, very cautious. For example, here, I guarantee that people probably shorted once we went below this area right here. And then as you can see, you rejected pretty swiftly. You have to be very cautious, and you have to be very diligent in understanding that it has to close below this price first. And not only that, you often want to see it test it once and then not look to go short, like this example right here, until it touches a second time. Like here, you see it come down, close right here, one touch, and this little range here. This isn't really an area that I would never trade, this small little rangy area right here, but you can see we started rejecting it. Rejected, down, closed lower. This is when I'd be more interested in, okay, potentially taking this short. I'm going to show you an actual trade. This is actually a trade model that I use personally, is literally support turn resistance with a small gap in price, especially on the 5-minute chart. I take this trade a lot, so it's funny how this worked out just perfectly just now live. So again, we have this level of support, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, break below, close. Price indicates we maybe want to go lower, but oftentimes we're going to come up and we're going to start to resist price. As you can see here, we resisted the previous support. So this is that concept of support turn resistance. And again, this is an actual trade opportunity that I would take personally. When you have this area of support, 4 touches over the last day, we break below, close, it comes up and tests it as resistance, mixed with a small touch into this little gap right here in price. This fair value gap is what we call it. Literally perfect to a T, where price only traded once. When it lines up with this area of support turn resistance, I'm going to be interested in shorting it as soon as we come in this little gap right here and look for it to go lower. My entry would be as soon as we go above this wick right here. As you can see here, we barely wicked above it and then went down very swiftly. And my exit would be as soon as we go below this lowest low, where this blue candle closed, where the body closed right there, and where this candle opened. I'm going to sell right into those wicks. So that's literally a perfect example of a great trade. I'd set my stop loss above this candle right here. And if you look at it, That is a 4.5 reward trade. That is a great trade right there. It's a perfect example of a trade I would take of support turned resistance and something that can make you a lot of money if you trade it right. Again, it all depends on the person. I'm not guaranteeing any results or profits or anything. Futures is hard, but this is an example of an actual trade I would take. On the flip side, same concept. Let me pull up a path here. You have one touch, one touch, one touch, break, come back down, test that area that was previous resistance, and go back up. So that's just the flip side. Resistance turned support rather than support turned resistance. And so it can happen on both sides. And so that's the concept, Samuel. Let me know if you have any questions. I showed you the essential concept of what that means in an actual trade setup that just happened real time that I would personally take myself. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is fractal, can happen on any time frame. As you can see here on this 1 hour chart right here, here's another example. One touch, two touch, three touch, break below close, come back up, retest that level of support, and break down low. So this is a great concept to know. I hope anyone out there learns something from this. And if you have any more questions at all, let me know and I'll answer them to my best ability. Thank you.